Hey, what's going on, Archons? Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Today, it's Christmas Day with AoA, that's right, and we have, of course, Santa Bang Bang with his sack of goodies, giving presents to all the great Archons out there. And yeah, today we're doing the two-player starter. It's how I wanted to keep this train going. I have been appreciating some AoA lately, and I thought, let's do a naughty and nice edition of the KeyForge opening. See if Santa Bang Bang you get on which list here. Shout out to Chad for the idea. And here we go. So another reason why I'm excited for this is because Project Reforge, yeah, you heard me say it before. You will hear me say it again for a while. Save your tokens. If you have old tokens, starters, whatever, keep them. Donate them to your local stores. More information is coming on how you can properly do this for maximum success. But for right now, let's see if we got decks on the naughty or nice list. This is kind of going to be a would you rather edition as well. We're going to do a couple things within the realm of this this opening. So first up, I don't know what I'm going to do with the stats side of things for this. So if there are stats, cool. If there isn't, deal with it. Here we go. First up we have, that's a cool name, Wordopoly, the Elder of the Glacier. Ooh, I like that, the Glacier, you know, North Pole status potentially. Christmas Day, we have Logos, Dis, and Brobnar. Alright. Logos, Dis, and Brobnar. Where is the tab? No tab to be had, so we'll go through the top with the scissors. These ones don't allow this action as easily. There we go. Okay. Let's get into the first deck. Is this deck naughty or is it a nice deck? I think that has nothing to do with how good the deck could potentially be. That's just a statement of maybe the card pool, maybe the way the deck's going to play. Who knows? But we shall find out very, very soon. What is in this? What treasures to behold? What Christmas goodies do we have? The 1-2 punch. ×2. You gotta love that. Bingle Bang Bang. Oh, how... You know, that just melts your heart, doesn't it? Having the Bingle Bang Bang, Bingle Claws coming through. You gotta love it. Bramo. Coward's End. ×2. ×3. Oh, that's kind of awkward. Foozle. Foozle. Pound. Pound, sound the horns, then we go on. That's an interesting Brobnar, kind of a weird one. We got Call the Weak, Dust Imp, Exhume, Not Finished With You, Schuler, Tesmal, Unlock Gateway, Yerk, Pandemonium, Soulkeeper, Onyx Knight, Archimedes, Binate Rupture, Hexpion, Babel, Poke, Standardized Testing, Titan Librarian, Wild Wormhole, Research Smoko, Sloppy Lab Work, Dr. Escotera as a Legacy, and then Transportation Sandals. Alright, cool little Legacy action there. So this deck, doing a quick run through, we got pips 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 creatures. I think that's a pretty standard ratio for something you'd find in AoA. Now what do we like here? So, I do like the recursion here and the ability to cycle and whatnot. That's pretty handy, I would say. The Ember control seems to be a little bit on the light side. Looking through, oh no, we got some stuff here. It is light, but there is stuff there. Like, yeah, there's just in disc. So this is a classic AoA no control situation. But I think this deck can move quite well, and it can deal with boards really well. Like, you have the Onyx Knight, Standardized Testing. there is the Unlock Gateway, and then of course on top of that there's Call the Weak. Got the double pound, the triple Coward's End, and the 1-2 punches to put in some work that way. The nice thing is with the one having triple Coward's End is that you got 2 Yerks, so that's a way that you can actually get around that. But I mean, you also have the Yerks with Exhume, so you can discard something from another house to get that back. I do like the double Foozle. So what's the creature? We got 4 here. A really nice cycling with Sound the Horns, because there's only 4 creatures. That lets you know when you get to a certain point you can actually really cycle through the deck. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures here. So it's a pretty even 5-5-5 sort of. I guess it's a 5-6-4, which is not the greatest, but that's totally fine as well. And then we have, of course, Transportation Sandals is kind of nice. I really would like this to almost be on a Tesmal, to be able to abuse that a little bit, or even Foozles. Those are the 2 candidates I would say. What are we doing here? The Bramo with the Exhume is a thing. I like Archimedes, of course, is going to be great for probably Richard Smoko, I'm thinking. Actually, you know what? Archimedes, Onyx is odd power, right? Yeah, so let me just quickly look at this. I think this is actually really good. So we have just Schuler and the Foozles to really go that. That's really nice. So the Onyx Knight is powerful. That can go next to Archie. The other things I want next to Archie is probably the Schulers. Things that recur. Dust Imps. I'm going to like those there. Yeah, those next to Archimedes. And beyond that, you know, this deck, it's going to be, the lack of Ember Control is really going to be the way I see potentially just 1, maybe 2 turns where you're not, where you're going to be able to stop your opponents. You're going to have to figure out how to move forward with that in mind. I do like the way it's going to cycle, though. I think it has the potential to go through quickly. But I mean, this Pandemonium as well, it's the undamage, and it's going to be from you as well. So that's the one thing that's not great. And of course, so much board control in this. It's kind of silly in the best way possible. So yeah, that's this first one. Wordopoly, the Elder of the Glacier. I think this might go on the naughty list. So let's do the Would You Rather version, because here's the next one. And this one, yeah, you're not going to get the stats, actually. I know you haven't seen them, but I'm definitely going that because I want you to kind of look at things and not have that information when deciding here. But next up, we have the Monsieur of Antitown. Antitown? Oh, that's a cool Archon. I'm digging it. And we got Untamed, Logos. Oh, that means no Ember Control. And Brobnar. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I really channeled the Brobnar with that Bingo Bang Bang. Okay, let's get this open. Yeah, this could have very poor Ember Control, potentially. I know that Logos and Untamed almost always create that feeling. But let's see what the actual situation is. If I can get this open before Christmas Day ends. Alright, what do we have here? So these are actually kind of my 2 favorite colors, blue and purple. So that's kind of neat. Let's see what we got. So we got another Bingo Bang Bang! Oh my goodness, this mat just summoned exactly what I maybe wanted, / didn't. Which is actually, I wanted some AoA Brobnar, to be honest. I'm hoping for some cool things in this one. So we got First Blood, which is fine. Ganger Chieftain, you want to see that. Gauntlet of Command, you want to see that. Groggins, Tremor, Flamewake Shaman, Ogopogo, Sound the Horns, the Flex, Cyber Giant Rig, which can be really cool with the Flex, actually. And then we have on to Logos with a Helper Bot, Hexpion, Lab Work. I just realized this deck's going to have no Ember Control at all. Library of Babel, Poke, Titan Librarian, ×2, which is tight, Backup Copy, Interdimensional Graft, that's cool, Quantum Finger Trap, Seismo Entangler, Scientifical Hack, Then on to Untamed with Fanghouse, Glimmer, Glimmer, Grovekeeper, Keycharge, Regrowth, Tintatalin, Tintatalin, Bumblebird, CotA, Soldiers to Flowers, and Lupo the Scarred. Okay. This deck has 0 Ember control for stopping your opponent forging. 0. That number was 0. It can only have your opponent not be able to potentially scaling. It has scaling control in terms of they can't get away, but that's a little scary. So let's go creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 creatures. Pips, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's actually a pretty good ratio. And now what do I like with this? Well, I like this. I do like this. That gives you the chance to, like, look, 1, 2, there's 9 in here, and these creatures I could easily, like glimmers and stuff, those can go, and I can Ember Burst with a CotA and a Keycharge. So that's the thing, this deck is going to have to go real fast in Key Cheat, so I like that we have 2 of those. Ideally, you kind of want to almost get a Glimmer to pull back a Keycharge or a CotA. You also have Regrowth for that as well. And then over here, you may use friendly artifacts as if they belong to the active house. Yeah, I kind of like Scientifical Hack in this because I don't think there's anything in here. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts in here. So that's going to be handy, especially the Gauntlet and stuff. I also really like the Interdimensional Graph is going to be instrumental in this. Backup copy. I'm not sure I want this to go just yet. I think it goes even on CotA. Potentially, it depends on how this goes. Could go on Glimmer as well, depending on what needs to happen. The Double Titan Librarian is really nice. There's some good cycle in here. The Helper Bot, yeah, this gives the possibility, I think, to do some interesting things. I wish there was Brig in this. Like, honestly, the Brig Helper Bot into a CotA or a Keycharge would have been really nice. But the Helper Bot situation is going to be handy for sure. I actually almost think the backup copy on Helper Bot might be the right call, now thinking about it. Again, the Flex could be really handy. So it says, fully his career, give it a +1 counter for each damage heal. Yeah, so that's going to be really tight to potentially get a Groggin's huge, and then you're able to do that. First Blood is fine. Bingo Bang Bang is going to be great. There is no board wipes in here, unfortunately, so the board control is a little bit light as well. Yeah, there's a light board control in here, unfortunately. The good news is there are some fight abilities. Sound the Horns. So my feeling on this one is kind of interesting because you could get into a situation where if you have a Glimmer, you could maybe get some of your Untamed pieces there. You could get a whole bunch of, if you have Soldiers to Flowers in hand as well, get a bunch of Untamed creatures into the yard, the discard, and then you can purge them and burst. So there are some things here which I think are very interesting in that regard. Obviously, you like to see Ganger Chieftain with a Bingo Bang Bang. That's really nice. Same with Ogopogo's, not too bad. You also have the potential, if you can keep the board in check, to Gauntlet or Ganger, and then be able to use the Flex if they have an empty board, so that's something to keep in mind for. Aside from that, the one thing I will say is there's really great targets for Soldiers to Flowers, like cards you do not care about purging. I'm talking about your Bumblebirds, your Tintatalins are fine to purge too. Even like your Glimmers, you don't need 2 potentially, so you can get rid of those. It would have been nice if Nature's Call was in here so we could have had the Glim Call lock. But yeah, you know what, as much as this deck does not have the Ember control in it, really, I see it has the potential to do some really interesting things. It's just you have to have that mentality of knowing that you're going to have to go through that. Like the double key cheat is great, recursion is great. I think it can cycle pretty decently. So there's all that. So I think this will possibly be this could be a nice deck. It's naughty in some ways, but I think this could be nice. If I had to choose between the two, I think I want to go with this one, but I will play both on Tuesday to see. For me, the Would You Rather is I'm going for this one, despite the lack of Ember control. This one does have the crazy board control, though. Wordopoly, Elder of the Glacier. That's the one thing that is really nice about it, is it could just deal with boards in such a way that it may actually prove to be the better of the two decks. But right now, I want to play this deck because it's got shenanigans. And y'all know I love my shenanigans. So this was the Christmas Day AoA opening. Don't forget about Project Reforge. Let me know which of the two decks you would like, because like, honestly, there's not one that is more ideal than the other. They both are lacking some things. One has more board control. One, I think, has more speed and ways to actually close out the game without giving your opponent the chance to respond. So let me know what you think. This has been such a fun thing, and I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas day if you are celebrating, and if you're not, I just hope you have a fantastic day, period. So thanks everyone. May your ember never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Have a good one.